Hi, my name is Evan Frerichs, and in 686 days, I'll be 40 years old. And by the time I'm 40, I want to learn the value of my spiritual work, the real value of what it is God's called me to do, and what it is I'm trying to do with our business, Epic Every Day, and how we're trying to help people. This is something I've thought about a lot since we've tried to start our business, is how much is spiritual development worth? What's the price tag on it? And it's a tricky one because when I first started thinking about it, I thought it had to be free. In my Christian spiritual experience, it seems like mentoring and a lot of Christian things are actually quite cheap or free. Now, there are some things that cost money. There's things like retreats and conferences and books and things like that. And I've definitely paid for things. But at the same time, I still had this idea that if I was going to do a ministry or, provide a spiritual service of some kind, that I couldn't charge for it. And I've been really working hard on the mindset of trying to believe that that's not true. And I don't think it is. I think it's really worth it, and it makes the commitment stronger to actually pay money for what's important to you. And I've experienced this in my life. I've paid for quite a few things that I'm so glad that I did, and that the amount of money that I ended up paying was actually not as much as the thing was worth way more. Some of the things I've paid for in my life are going to 12-step meetings. I mean, it doesn't cost much money, but it costs a little bit of money, but the value was just, priceless. I've paid for counseling. That actually is kind of expensive, but again, priceless. I've paid for books. That's a pretty common one. You sort of pay for church if you put money in the offering, and that's pretty normal too. I've paid for Christian retreats, family camps or different kinds of things like that, and that's sort of a no-brainer as well. We've paid for a meditation app on our phone, and just recently we went to an entrepreneur training. It was Ryan Eliason's Visionary Business School, and then he had a live event called Visionary Business Live, and that was the most expensive thing that we paid for, but it was like worth so much. It was just so worth it. The Visionary Business School cost $2,000. It's kind of what we modeled our program after. Actually, it's a 12-week online class, and we're gonna use a lot of that structure in our class. We're not going to charge $2,000, but it's actually going to be close. I need to get used to saying what it is we're doing and how much it costs, because it's worth way more than what we charge. We're going to charge $1,497 for our 13-week class. There's 2 sessions a week. The first one's going to be the teaching session where we present the information. The second session is going to be a call-in question and answer coaching session. And then the 13th week, there won't be any teaching that week. It'll just be more questions and answers, more processing at the end. And I think this is so worth it. I mean, when we paid $2,000 for our class, it was a stretch, but we were committed to the class. I mean, we paid the money for it, so we're going to do it right. And we did the homework, and we did the class, and we stayed on top of it, and I'm so glad we did. And then we were able to go to the live event as well, and that was just an amazing experience as well. Why should we expect to pay nothing for something? And it's a pretty big something. If we're growing spiritually, if we're maturing and growing as people, why would we expect that to be free? But I like I said, my mindset was right there. There's some really, really valuable things that the church does just provide for free. I mean, some counseling, like with the pastor, might be free. Mentoring conversations with elders or other men, like all these ad hoc things can definitely be free and definitely be worth a lot of just value in general. But it got me thinking. I've been studying a little bit of the life of Abraham because I'm getting ready to teach a Sunday school class in a few weeks, and his faith was far from free. It was very, very costly. He had to give up his past. God called him out of Ur, and he had to leave all of his past behind, his family history, his traditions, the way he worshipped. I mean, he was a pagan, and God called him. And he also had to give us his present, his right now, because right now he had to go live in a tent in the wilderness alongside pagans who were living in cities. And he got to see that, but he always lived in a tent. And he also had to give up his future. He had to give up the rest of his life and live in the promised land, but never own any of it and never have an established home. He just always lived in a tent the rest of his life. You know, nothing really is free. Nothing is. There's always a trade-off, and we want to make good trades. Our program is going to be such a game changer for the people who do sign up that I'm so excited to be offering it, and I'm happy that it's not free. I mean, I talk about this stuff with my friends anyway, and that's free, right? It's a conversation with my friends. I'm happy to do it, but making it available at a price and getting the idea that we will get committed, excited people to come work with us is very, very exciting to me. I'm so looking forward to that. I can't wait to start. We're so close. I'll do a little Epic Everyday update right now. We're this far away from recording our 4th session, so our kind of our marketing approach is going to be making a free class. It's going to be 4 sessions long, and at the end of that class is going to be an offer to come join our paid program. And the free class is going to be very informative and very good, and you're going to be able to glean lots of really great information that will actually change your life, and that will be free. But then the nuts and bolts of how does it all work, how do you really effectively change, and that's going to be in a community with someone who's been there. That's going to be Liz and I. The community is going to be the other people in the class, and we're going to make a really good environment for a growing, changing situation. And I'm so looking forward to getting that started. So we got to record that video. We've also got to redo our webpage, and we got to write some emails so that, you know, when people sign up, we can be responding right away. And we've got some bonus content to write, but we are getting there. We're working on it as much as we can, which is about 5 hours a week, beside all the family commitments that we have and Liz's health and my job. It's just, we're both chomping at the bit, wishing it could go faster, but we're also excited for the progress we are making. So I'm really looking forward to what this is going to turn into. If you're watching this, I'm excited to have you along with me as we process through how it goes. I want to do a health update because it's been a couple weeks since I said I want to work out and, you know, have I lost any weight and all that stuff. So I think, and then, you know, since I'm doing just one video a week now, we'll see if I remember, but I want to do that next time because I'm excited about that. I've actually been working out since I told you on this video, on this channel, that I wanted to work out a certain amount, and I've been doing that, and I'm just thrilled about that as well. I know it's only been a couple weeks, but I have not really been that consistent before, so this vlog is helping me, and if you're watching, I'm really thankful that you're part of that process. So thanks for watching this one. I hope you come and work with us in our class. Keep an eye on our webpage for the revamp. It's epiceverydaynow.com. We're going to be posting our free class there, and there'll be a place to sign up and come work with us for our 13-week class. And I would love to see you there. So thanks for watching. So long.